Hello, guys. Thought I would go ahead and review some of the formulas and things with you guys from this week. We've been working on area unit. There has been some questions on perimeter, but really there's no section in the book for perimeter. I guess they assume you know that with perimeter you add up all the sides. So the first thing we worked on was parallelograms. Okay, parallelograms does include your square and your rectangle. It could also include rhombus, but they kind of suggested a different formula for it. Okay, so for all of those, you can use base times height. Now, if you're just doing a square, you can always do the side squared, since squares have the same length on each side. Okay, so if you have a parallelogram, kind of slanted, they have to show you a height on it. So if, say that's 8 inches out here, and this is maybe 12 inches, the area would be 12 times 8. 96 inches squared. Okay, if you have a square, and you can see all the sides are equal, they got some tick marks like that, maybe they give you 4 inches, you can still do base times height, but we usually use side squared. So that would be 4 squared, which is 16 units squared, since I didn't specify on that one. Okay, and then if you have a rectangle, the length and the width are different sizes. So say you have 12 inches here and 3 inches there. You can use base times height for this one as well, 12 times 3, or length times width, 36 inches squared. Okay, so that was like the first thing we went through was parallelograms. Okay, the second one was triangles, which is half of a parallelogram, square, or rectangle. So if you look at a rectangle, if you only take half of it, it makes a triangle. So area equals 1/2 base height for a triangle. So if you were doing a triangle, if you had 16 centimeters here and say 5 centimeters here, your formula would be 1/2 5 times 16. Okay, 5 times 16 is 80. And 1/2 of 80 is 40 centimeters squared for triangles. Okay, and then they added in the rhombus, which is kind of like the diamond shape with diagonals. So say that diagonal is 8, and then this diagonal here is 6 centimeters. Now I'm talking about the full diagonal. Now a lot of times you have to double those, okay? But I'm just saying, if it's got something like that, a mark for the whole thing, the mark for this area is 1/2 diagonal 1 times diagonal 2. So 1/2, 8 times 6. 8 times 6 is 48. Half of that's 24 centimeters squared. Okay, and that works for the rhombus, which is this one, and it works for the kite. Okay, so for the kite, if they tell you this diagonal is 10, and maybe this one here is 4, area would be 1/2 diagonal 1 times diagonal 2, and then half of 40 is 20 centimeters squared. Okay, so those are your formulas that we use and the way to do them. Okay, there was a section on composites on con, but we're not going to do that right now. Right now, what we're going to do is practice some of these problems in the book. On Friday, we'll have a quiz, some type of assessment grade towards this. So hope you guys are doing well. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I love you, and we'll see you soon, hopefully. Bye, guys.